Harry, you're beating Mark Todd.
Yeah, I think it's just a case of watching the first few. It's just really a case of trying to survive. You know, it's funny that there's not that much comparison between this and normal cross country, because obviously everything comes up so quickly, and for the riders and also the horses are used to being able to settle into a rhythm and not quite be so sort of buzzy, and between the fences they've got longer to recover. So really it's just, you know, they've got to be mentally switched on, but sometimes if they're too switched on, you can almost get into trouble because they can misread a fence or duck out thinking it's, you know, a gap they're meant to be going through. So
well, we're seeing problems, all sorts of problems, even for Toddy up at the corners there.
yeah, I was very worried about that fence this morning when I walked it, and a lot of people seemed to be quite nonchalant about it, but I was very concerned, thinking that, you know, it's off a very tight turn and it walks two. You've got to be very committed to get the two. A lot of horses come off the turn without much speed and therefore jump high, and they end up dropping down short without much momentum, so end up adding a third stride, which is what I did.
Pass on the angle. Beautifully done.
And having all these difficulties in the course, well, it's certainly shaking up the leaderboard at the moment, and could certainly do so later on.
Yeah, it's funny. You know, if you saw these fences on a normal cross-country course, you wouldn't be too worried about them. But it's, as I say, it's a sort of characteristic of the fences here, and it's good competition.
Well, wonderful, Harry. Very well done.